I bring that up because NBA players have now voted for their most overrated player this season. And it was 81 votes cast so far.
Wait. The players themselves
says
vote
the players
on who's
have voted.
overrated.
It said the players have voted. Yeah, they vote. The Athletic.
The Athletic.
Anonymous NBA player poll. LeBron James or Jordan, that's a GOAT. Most overrated, finals favorite, all that stuff, right?
Wow.
Yeah, this is great. This is great stuff.
This is good. This is the gossip.
This is the gossip. You like this stuff. I knew you like this. Because we were doing this in the house. I ended up staying over at Mo Money's house till like 1 in the morning. I was like, damn, I got to get home. We're all just rapping. It was just fun sports conversation. No wives allowed. It was great. It's kind of like the 2020.
No wives allowed, like he's like straight out of the Al Bundy.
Yeah.
Like, no, ma'am.
No. It's like that. Tell me you had
Marcy Darcy.
Hey, listen. That's what made the NFC Championship game special in 2021 until the final whistle.
Oh, yeah.
But up until that, it was one of the greatest days ever. Papa Shasky, Joe Shasky, Rocco, Warwhite Hef, Ryan, Mondo, the guy
Fahey.
from the Fahey, the guy, well, he brought his girl. Dacre was down there, Mike Sino was there. It was a who's who. Even the random guy from Fresno with the two pigtails who said, I got to get this photo. And he had the neck tattoos. And nobody was going to tell him he couldn't get in the photo. No. We said, yeah, dude, you good? Yeah. You good, buddy, homie?
And we pretended he was a friend.
We pretended he was a friend. But it's all good.
He's just a friend.
It was a great day. But it was a better day because we said the wives were at home chilling. And we're, I heard, just doing us.
My dad went Facebook Live and got immediately in trouble with my mom because of
the Rams fans.
There was a lot going on.
The Rams fans, the two Rams fans who were, there were some cuties, but I was not getting in that video. I was not going to converse with them. Because I know there's people watching. And it has friends everywhere. Anna sending me pictures of me in the tunnel at Chase Center. I'm like, who's that from? Who the hell is this taking random shots of me? Make sure the coast is clear. But, that's
where are you going with this story?
So I was just waiting for the article to download. So here's our article here. Like I could just fill time right there.
It's called filibustering.
It's called filibustering. You like that?
I do.
You like that?
You are a politician.
Trust me, man. You underrate me, Shasky, in these situations. You do. All right, so it took me to a Mike Brown article that Mike Brown wants an extension with the Sacramento Kings. Be careful what you wish for.
Weren't they going to fire him in the middle of the season?
Vivek Ranavide does not play that game.
He's too busy worrying about his Sutter Health A's.
We'll get to Davis El Cerrito in just a second. All right, size matters in the playoffs. So who's the MVP? 141 votes.
Size matters.
141 votes. 141 votes. Who's the MVP? Nikola Jokic got most of the vote, 41.8%. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got 37% of the vote. Doncic got 10% of the vote. There's Tatum, there's Giannis, and Donovan Mitchell. There's all that stuff. Paulo Banchero got a couple votes. Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Kawhi Leonard. All right, so we got that. We got the voters. Who's the best defender? They say Victor Wembanyama. He got the most votes.
Wow.
Victor Wembanyama.
After, you know what? I'm telling you, it's Draymond's pod where he backed up the Brinks truck after basically saying that it's not Victor. Yeah. And then he went back and said, actually, now that we've played them and they beat us, we think Victor's much better.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Draymond will take credit for that.
Yep. So Drew Holiday second, Lou Dort third, the Torture Chamber. You saw Brandon Ingram was in the torture chamber yesterday.
You can't just bring up Drew Holiday without the article. Drew Holiday got an extension.
Oh, yeah, he got big
Warriors
money.
took note.
$140 million. No, one Warrior in particular took
one
note.
Warrior took note. And that Warrior wears number 11.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Orlando, who can't buy a basket from the outside. Throw up brick after brick against Cleveland. And I'm thinking Orlando, I'm saying, boy, they got a boatload of money. And Malik Monk wants a bag, and Klay Thompson may want a bag. There's your starting backcourt for the Orlando Magic next season. All right, I'm kidding. Warriors.
I was looking at the Lakers in the fourth quarter. They needed a Klay Thompson.
Or Malik Monk. They used to have Malik Monk.
In fairness, Klay went 0 for 10 in his last game, but we're not going to pay attention to that.
One game washes away an entire season, right? That's how it works. Ask BPA. Herb Jones, Jay McDaniels, Rudy Gobert.
Don't give me false equivalencies.
Alex Caruso, Bam Adebayo, Jalen Suggs, Draymond Green down on the list at 3.8% of the vote.
Of most what?
Of the best defender.
Best defender.
So he is on this list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's the 10th best defender according to the league.
Interesting.
So we got that going on. And there's some articles, there's some quotes from players, anonymous players. You're building a roster from scratch. Who are you going to sign first? 136 votes, Shasky. Who would you sign first if you were constructing a roster from scratch? Who you signing number one? Is Victor?
Are you talking about for the next 10 years or just for next year?
Yeah, period.
If it's just for next year, it's going to be Luka.
Okay.
If it's for the next 10 years, it's Luka or Victor.
Okay, so Victor gets the top vote here.
Okay.
Jokic, 27% of the vote. I may go Jokic.
You know what? I probably slept on Jokic, yeah. But Luka, I would build a team around Luka, but that's fine. That's fine.
It's surprising because you've been down on Luka.
He's been spectacular.
I know.
He's spectacular.
Welcome to my world.
I also think you'd sell a lot more jerseys.
Oh, well, the financials.
You know me, the money.
The money. The guy always cuts to the finances. Would you sell more Anthony Edwards jerseys than Lucas?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have to do my homework on that.
SGA, Jason Tatum,
Luka's a very popular uniform.
Oh, trust me, I know. Who's the league's most overrated player? That's Rudy Gobert. Coming in second. 81 votes were cast here. Jordan Poole came in second. Trae Young came in third. Dylan Brooks came in fourth. James Harden, fifth. You got Bradley Beal, John Collins, Tyrese Halliburton, Julius Randle, Karl-Anthony Towns, Patrick Beverley, Anthony Edwards, Domantas Sabonis, and Jason Tatum. Wow.
That's interesting because when I hear overrated, like there's a good majority of people saying these people are good.
Yeah. So who's the most overrated again?
Rudy Gobert. Second is Jordan Poole. Honorable mention.
Jordan Poole, number 2?
How about this? Other receiving votes. Bam Adebayo, Mikal Bridges, Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Butler, Alex Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Evan Fournier.
Wow, we're all over the place. Okay, this seems like a lot of player hate.
Draymond Green, Tyler Hero, Jared Jackson Jr., Keldon Johnson, Jaden McDaniels, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul,
Keldon Johnson?
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
I know. Will players hate on him?
Jimmy Butler.
Who's the league's most underrated player?
There we go.
Who do you think the league's most underrated player is? 126 votes were cast. Again, this is an anonymous player vote.
Is this, wait, role player or star player?
It's just a player. You will be shocked by this.
Kyrie
Moses
Irving.
Moody.
Adenabi.
Kyrie Irving.
No. It's a tie for first place. From the Boston Celtics, Derek White. And then Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams from OKC. Not the one from Arkansas, the one from Santa Clara. Let me make sure.
Derek White is properly rated. Properly rated. Like who? I don't know.
Underrated. These are the players, Shasky.
Does he have stands?
And Jalen Williams from Santa Clara, OKC. Tie for first. Drew Holiday, second. SGA, third. De'Aaron Fox, fourth. Brandon Ingram, fifth. Franz Wagner.
I think De'Aaron Fox being underrated is appropriate.
Kyrie Irving's on this list.
Yeah,
Kobe White's on this list. Jamal Murray's on this list. Nas Reed is on this list. Now, the Jamal Murray one is fascinating.
So wait, there's no Warrior on any of those overrated, underrated lists?
No.
Wow.
Let me make sure. Paulo Banchero, underrated. Kamara, underrated. Dosunmu. Other receiving votes. LaMelo Ball got a receiving vote. That's funny. No Warrior. No Warrior on this list.
Lucky us.
Lucky us.
Who's the most overrated Warrior on the Warriors?
Oh, my God. I'm not going there.
What do you mean?
Who's the most overrated Warrior? Gosh, I don't know. They're all
You talking to me?
They're all properly rated. I mean, use a Shasky. They're properly rated.
Who's the most underrated Warrior? But I'm saying general consensus, not even by the fans.
Steph Curry.
You still think he's underrated? I think he's properly rated.
Underrated Warrior.
This is Moses Moody.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's Moody there.
I'm going Kevon Looney. Could go Klay Thompson
This is
just
Kevon
for
Looney.
chaos. Just for chaos. Kaminga? Draymond?
I think Kuminga's undervalued, not underrated.
Do we talk about Draymond Green so much that we underrate him in his defense?
Bay Area is Draymond Green.
All right, this is a great one. This is a great one here. All right. Who in the league would you least like to fight?
Oh, here we go.
Who in the league would you least like to fight?
That's a great question.
So number one on this list, James Johnson. I don't even know if he's still in the league. Where's he at? Can somebody, where the hell is James Johnson?
Is that my guy with the neck tat?
Yeah, oh yeah, he knows judo and karate, and you just don't mess with him. He's got the straight back braids. You know, when a man decides to get straight back braids, you know he's about that life.
Okay.
Because usually you like to get designs and everything like that. It's like a man if he chooses to be bald. Like if he chooses to be
Bald by
bald.
choice is, yeah that's out
Game
there.
in Oakland. He hit me up and I didn't reply to him. I feel a little nervous. Maybe I'll do it now. But he goes, Bonte, you watch UFC, bro? When'd you get into UFC? I didn't reply to him. Dame in Oakland, if you're listening, I do watch UFC.
Really quick, James Johnson appeared in 9 games for the Pacers this year. On the on the last game of the year, he totaled 6 minutes and got a whole shot off.
Wow. Well, 53% of the vote. They won't fight James Jones. Second on the list, Shasky, Steven Adams.
Okay.
Third on the list, Isaiah Stewart. We know about him.
Yeah, going after him.
LeBron didn't want that smoke.
Russell Westbrook.
4% got Joel Embiid. 4% Draymond Green. 2.4% Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, I wouldn't want to fight Draymond Green either.
I wonder who Jordan Poole put.
Dude,
It's always fun game.
what are you doing?
What are you doing, dude?
What are you doing,
What are you
Russ?
doing?
What are you doing?
This is why the
Russ?
Hegan tells you not to crack the mic.
Oh my God.
This is why the Hegan tells you not to crack the mic.
I'm sorry. I hate to break the narrative.
Who's the greatest player of all
It's a fair
time?
question.
46% of the vote went to Jordan. 42% went to LeBron. 10% went to Kobe. Next on the list was Stephen Curry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All time.
Yeah.
And none of the older guard is on there?
Mm-mm.
Magic?
Oh, Magic is on. Magic's behind Stephen
Okay.
and Paul.
Is Wilt? Is Kareem?
0.8% of vote. Paul Pierce is on this list.
No.
Yes. he's
Oh,
on
No.
this list.
my
I mean,
God.
who was the one person that put Paul
I don't
Pierce?
know. Who's your favorite arena to play in? Any guesses?
Boston Garden. Madison Square
Madden.
Garden. Yeah. I know
Next
it's
is
one of
Boston.
those two.
Next
Yeah.
is Boston.
Yeah.
Third is Crypto.com Arena.
Boston's 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
LA's 3. Guess who's 4th?
I don't know, Bonte. Tell
Golden
me.
One Center.
That is
The Indiana
Seven.
Fieldhouse.
No, Gainsbridge Arena. Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Not that.
Smoothie King.
It's not the Smoothie King Center.
Great name.
It's not Ball Arena. It's not the Moda Center.
Okay, well,
It's not Wells Fargo Arena. I just want to name the center. Paycom Center, Little Caesars Arena. Fourth is Chase Center.
Fourth.
The vote, yeah. People love coming to
Yay.
Chase. What's your least favorite arena to play in?
Give it to me.
Little Caesars Arena, Detroit. Spectrum Center, Orlando. FedEx Forum, Memphis. Capital One Arena, Washington. Delta Center, Utah. Smoothie King Center. Ball Arena. Paycom Center. Toyota Center, Houston. And then what other questions do we have? Which current coach, aside from your own, would you most like to play
Oh,
for?
yeah, this is good.
Who do you think number 1 is?
Spolstra.
Yeah.
Popovich. No.
This is Steve Kerr.
Popovich.
Popovich second.
He doesn't. Yeah, no.
You think Steve Kerr's on this list?
Yes.
He's third.
Yeah.
Ty Lue's 4th. Michael Malone.
Ty Lue.
Michael Malone 5th. For some reason, Doc is 6th.
Well,
And then you got
know,
Chauncey Billups.
No Darvin Ham?
Darvin Ham, not on the list.
That's crazy.
Not on the list.
I have to say, there's
Ime Udoka made the list. Not Darvin Ham.
one thing that I realized during the playing games is that when your team is getting suffocated and slowly dying as they're about to get eliminated and their season's over,
Yeah.
every coach has the same look.
same look.
And I'm going to give it to you right now as I stand up. Just give me a second.
Come on, man.
Because Darvin Ham
Yeah.
was doing it at the end. They put both hands in the pocket
yeah.
and they just stand there like this. And I watch Kerr do it, and I don't blame him because sometimes, like when my teams are getting beat, I'm going to pretend to be some NBA coach, but it's like there's nothing you can do.
And you're
Why not
perfect too,
pretend?
Shasky, because you're wearing the quarter zip, and they're all wearing the quarter
and like
zip.
I saw Mike Brown Friday night. I go, that's the same exact pose Kerr had the night before, where you're just like, darn. That's all you're thinking in your head. Like, and there's nothing you can do. And like, I know like they keep panning to the coach.
Right.
I'm like, stop panning to the coach. It's not his fault.
But he's just standing.
He's just standing there.
I'm like, dude, just sit.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Just say,
Both
oh, yeah,
hands in the
I love
pocket,
it.
and
The Blake
chest,
stare.
the belly kind of comes out a little. The chest goes back,
The
and you're
eliminations.
just kind of like, I don't even know. Shoulders up, like I just.
Some on YouTube call it the Doc Rivers.
You're right.
hey, I know that look though. And then just standing
Am
there.
I wrong?
And it starts at like the 4-minute
Yes.
mark, and the crowd
And
is
they
saying,
know it.
Nah, nah,
No.
nah. And you're just standing there, you're just like,
No, it's got to be in the pant
oh, in
pockets.
the
It
pants.
can't be in the
It's
jacket
pant
pockets.
pocket. And
Yes.
You're sitting there, you're stiff.
Yes.
And it's like, you got to go to the presser. You're
Exactly.
thinking about what you're going to say in the presser,
Oh, it's
what
the
you're going to
worst.
say to your team.
It's horrible.
Now, the next question is great. Which current coach, aside from your own, would you least want to play for?
Oh my goodness.
Guess who number 1 was?
Thibodeau.
Wow, you nailed that one.
Of course it is. The guy runs everyone into the ground.
47%.
Bonte, you say I don't know the league, and believe me, I've answered all of these quite well.
It's lucky guesses. I kind of leave you.
Come on. I nailed it.
I'll lay it out for you to play it out.
All right,
Shout out
number
Snoop
2.
Dogg.
Hey, Tips' players play hard for him. I'll give him
do.
that, all right?
Absolutely, till their
Number
legs
2.
blow
Guess who
out.
number 2 is?
Number two.
Number 2. Who's number 2?
You know what? I'm going to say it's your guy in Houston who was with the Boston Celtics.
No, he's not on this list.
Oh, because he'd be very intimidating.
They love eBay because
out of intimidation.
Unfortunately, he may be partying with the players.
Darvin
the way he
Ham, number
rolls.
2.
Simply going to a strip club is not unprofessional.
It's not, but we know Darvin Ham did some very unprofessional things. Which, he probably still thinks he's a player. Well, he did think he was a player, and he lost.
Darvin Ham, number 2.
Nope. He's number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, there's 2 ahead of Darvin Ham.
Cool. I know Willie Green ain't on here.
He's not on those lists.
No, he's too nice,
Yeah.
too likable.
Yeah.
Oh, your boy who didn't play in the league looks like my cousin, Memphis Grizzlies coach.
Oh, Taylor Jenkins?
Yeah.
He's not on this list.
Wow.
Billy
Number
Donovan.
2.
No, that's a good.
Billy
that's a good
Donovan
thought.
not on this list.
Remember they had a players only meeting.
Who is it? Who is
Yeah,
it?
no, it was the first game of the season.
Oh, the first game.
First game of the season, they had a players only meeting. Well, at least they got their act together and lost to the play-in. Listen, Doc Rivers,
Oh,
number 2.
Fighting for my life, Chauncey
Doc
Billups.
Rivers. Number 3. Number 3. Monty Williams.
He's the second or third highest paid coach in the league
Yeah, I know. Nobody wants to play for him.
because
He saw the Feedy situation.
He's failed in like 3
He's
different
failed
markets.
everywhere.
Yeah, he
Then
has.
they get jobbed in New York City, and he goes up to the podium saying, Detroit, we out here trying to win a game. It's a big game for us. And it's like, dude, there's no big games in Detroit. All right, Darvin Ham 4. Nick Nurse tight with Darvin Ham. Greg Popovich tight with both of them. Steve Clifford, who just recently retired.
Oh, but he's a great coach.
J.B. Bickerstaff, Rick Carlisle, Steve Kerr.
Steve's such a great. Clifford is he just knows X's and O's. Team, they fight hard. I know that they're 3 in their last 38, but they really fight hard for him.
All right, this question: which team other than your own will win the title this season? Denver got most of the vote. Boston second. Clippers, Thunder, Bucks, T-Wolves. Somebody voted for Dallas, Lakers, and the Kings. Somebody voted for the Kings. What letter grade?
When does that crack
this
come
is
into
great.
play for you?
This is great. What letter grade do you give the referees this season?
Oh, it's an F.
8.3% agree with you.
Is that the highest number?
Nope.
A D.
13.6%.
Okay. Well, a C. Let's do-
48% voted a C.
Interesting.
27% gave the referees a B.
So I was listening to this Brett Boone podcast about umpiring,
Yeah.
right? And they were talking about Angel Hernandez. And he made such a great point. He's like, look, everyone's like, well, he's on the, on the hierarchy. He's at the top of the profession. He just happens to be the
Right.
worst umpire of all the Major League Baseball umpires. Here's the problem with the way umpiring and refereeing is. It's almost like teaching. Once you get tenure, there's no way of that guy or gal ever losing their job. There's no relegation, if you will.
Yeah.
You don't drop them down to AAA.
Yeah,
you don't drop them down to the G League.
They don't even have to face media members.
So like
Slater broke down the poll reports where they give you the questions to ask.
yeah, it's ridiculous. And so what I would say to them is like, they're like, would you rather be the best AAA player or the worst Major League Baseball player? Well, in that scenario, you could get yo-yoed back and forth and beat Kelby Tomlinson 7,000 times.
Yeah.
Yet when I'm just using the Gucci man, like you're just allowed to run roughshod, and
James
no one's
Williams.
ever going to punish you. There's no consequences. There's no relegation.
I love how we all know who Gucci Man is. Somebody gave the referees an A. 3% gave the referees an A.
Yeah, that was
What
the
player?
Lakers.
That's pretty good.
Come on, man. I'm in my element right now.
LeBron, AD, Darvin, Embiid, Luka, James Harden. What letter grade would you give Adam Silver? 130 votes here.
D minus.
Ironically, there was no F votes or D votes.
Were
Folks
those
wanna-
even available as options?
Yeah, no, dude. 7% gave him a C. 47% gave him a B. 46% gave him an A.
Okay, that
So-
right there tells me something that's wrong.
Well, no, you know
Too
what
many
it's
players giving. That means he's a players commissioner. I don't like that.
No, you know what it is? Well, that is true. That
don't
is
like
true. I
that.
agree with you.
He's always been a player.
I don't like
And
that.
that's kind of why the
I don't
league
like-
is failing
yes,
a little
that's
bit.
what I'm
Players
saying.
have too much power.
Wow,
But also we're
that's
thinking
telling.
like this. Players maybe don't trust this vote to be anonymous, and it may get back to Adam Silver, and they're like, yeah, we're going to protect ourselves no matter what.
Monte, you could
But he
say
is too much of a players commissioner, no doubt.
Rob Manfred is far from good at his job. But I will say this about Rob Manfred. He has made seismic changes to the actual way the game has been played with the clock and stuff. I'm coming around on him. I actually can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I trust Rob Manfred more than I do Adam Silver. I think Adam Silver.
Well,
I think Adam Silver's not good.
Well,
I don't think he's good.
He started off really, really well.
Oh, no.
Now the whole in-season tournament and the play-in is gimmicky. I don't like the gimmicks.
Well, they're doing it for television. They're doing so. I'm very interested to see what and Major League Baseball, what they negotiate with these new television deals.
Well, Roger
this
Goodell,
is very important.
Is Roger Goodell, would you consider him a players-friendly commissioner? Player-friendly commissioner?
He started off as judge, jury, and executioner when he was doing all of the suspensions and everything like that for domestic violence.
He's eased up a little bit.
But Bonte, he's clearly the best commissioner in sports right now.
Which is crazy.
Is it, though?
It is. Well, at first he was voted the worst.
Well, he's residing over the most profitable entity that sells the most television advertisement money by far.
No doubt.
And
no, he's doing great. He's doing great. I think Silver...
And he navigated really tough waters with the concussions.
Yep. No, Silver's lost a little stock. I like Adam as a person. I got to meet him during the All-Star game announcement and talk to him a little bit. And I talked to Adam a couple times, but the players do have too much pull in the NBA. A little too much. I'm all for players running the league, and I'm not here for owners rolling everything, but it's too much with the NBA. A little too much. All right, here's another one. This is going to be, you're going to like this one. Are you in favor or against the 65-game rule? 134 votes was cast. 50% are against the 65-game rule. 45%, 44.8, but I'm rounding up to 45%. They're for a 65-game rule, and 5% do not know. Do not.
The 65-game minimum to qualify for all of the awards, and in a lot of these salaries to get bonuses and things like that, you have to qualify for certain awards and things like that. I don't know, man. I see, I look at someone like Joel Embiid as an example, or Kawhi Leonard. Like, clearly these guys have some chronic physical injuries. To force them to try to make, and I would do it too, to try to make them more money and things like that. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I think it's very difficult. And then,
well, pace of play comes into factor. You run it up and down.
I don't know.
I think what the happy medium is.
I don't love that rule.
Guys are going to get hurt. The award rule, I didn't love it either. Bonus question: who's your favorite current non-NBA athlete? Number one in the NBA amongst NBA players. Patrick Mahomes was 5th.
Messi
is like 12th.
Oh, wow. Okay. Favorite Caitlin Clark?
She's number 2.
They went WNBA.
She's number 2. Number 2. Mbappe is right. He's tied with Messi.
12th. Wow. Okay.
Number one.
You
would not believe this. Lamar Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. Favorite current non-NBA athlete.
Wow.
Justin Jefferson's on this list. Mike Tyson, Usain Bolt, Tank Davis.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Most of these guys never even saw Mike Tyson fight live.
He's fighting this summer, baby. Let's go.
On Netflix.
Jake Paul.
Oh, we'll all be locked in, too.
Oh, we will be locked in.